Have you ever watched an anime so wholesome that it just... Well, The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten is exactly that kind of anime. I've seen a lot of romance anime over the years. Romance honestly might just be my favorite genre in anime. However, a lot of romance anime have a lot of what is sometimes unnecessary drama. Love triangles, full-on harems, naive protagonists, one-dimensional characters, and shallow plot lines are just, unfortunately, very common themes in a lot of romance anime. Well, The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten is different. The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten is a purely wholesome anime that follows two main characters, Amane Fujimiya and Mahiru Shiina. Fujimiya is a regular high school student. He's a bit cold and moody at times, but otherwise, he doesn't stand out to those around him. He has a couple of close friends, and isn't super popular, gets fairly decent grades, is fairly decent at sports, is just overall kind of average. Shiina, however, is the opposite. She's outgoing and friendly, she's one of the most popular people in the entire school, gets good grades, is good at sports, and is loved and known by all in the school. In fact, just about all the guys in the school wish that she would date them. However, Fujimiya is an exception and doesn't have any interest in her at all. Now, Fujimiya and Shiina are actually next-door neighbors. This is revealed early in episode 1, but despite this, they've never really spoken to each other. This all changes when Fujimiya lends his umbrella to Shiina at the beginning of episode 1. In fact, this is the scene that starts the anime. It's the very, very beginning of episode 1. However, a lot of romance anime would have had one or both of them immediately fall for the other, right from the jump, but The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten doesn't do this. From the beginning, neither Fujimiya or Shiina have any romantic feelings for each other at all. And it stays this way for at least like the first half of the anime. After lending Shiina his umbrella, Fujimiya gets sick. Shiina then helps him to recover from getting sick, and then begins to make meals for him every day after she sees his piss-poor diet, to put it lightly. Although honestly, me and him have basically the same diet. She eventually starts cooking the meals at his place, but still, even then, neither of them have any romantic feelings for each other. They then grow closer and closer over the first few episodes of the anime, but again, over basically the entire first half of the anime, they don't have any romantic feelings for each other. They support each other and are there for each other and slowly become interested in each other over the course of the anime as they become closer. It isn't until they learn more about each other that they then start to develop the romantic feelings. They don't just fall in love as soon as they speak to each other like a lot of other romance anime do. They form a realistic and lasting bond that leads to a realistic relationship. The romance in this anime is about as natural as you'll see in any anime ever. It's also really nice to see a romance anime that only has one romantic interest. Even in some of the best romance anime, like Toradora for example, there is more than one love interest. Shiina and Fujimiya both do not have any other romantic interests at any point in the anime. When Yuta Kadoaki, the popular guy in class, becomes more prominent in the anime, I was worried that he would try to go for Shiina and it would cause a love triangle. Because in a lot of anime, a lot of romance anime that is, that's what you would have seen. You would have seen him become interested in her, try and pull her towards him instead, and it would have caused a dramatic love triangle. However, this never happens. Instead, he supports the potential for a relationship between Fujimiya and Shiina, and he tries to help them, or he supports them in their relationship. He never once tries to go for her. And in fact, in the anime, when Fujimiya asks Shiina about him, she says that it feels like they're too similar. They live in, the same world, kind of, and they can never see, and that she can never see it really working out. But it's great to see that this anime doesn't rely on a love triangle or a harem to move its plot forward like a lot of other romance anime do. Now, one other thing I want to mention is that I am sick. I am so sick of naive and dense anime protagonists. In fact, I might even make a whole video just dedicated to the fact that I am tired of them. But thankfully, this anime does not have that. Fujimiya isn't dense. He does take notice whenever Shiina starts to take a romantic interest in him, but due to his past and the fact that he doesn't feel like he's good enough for her, he doesn't make any move. The characters in this anime are not one-dimensional with just enough personality to drive home whatever shallow plot that the writers have thrown together. No, the characters act the way that they do because of their experiences that they've had in the past in their lives. Now, let's begin with Fujimiya. He doesn't have many friends and he's distrusting of new people. However, he isn't this way because he's just some loner or, a loser that can't make any friends, or some lone wolf that, just tries to stay to himself, or whatever. No, in the past, he was bullied and betrayed by people that he thought were his friends.
笑っちゃうよな、藤宮のやつ。顔とか大したことないくせに人気者気取りでさ。
そう悪く言うなよ。いつもおごってもらってるんだし。
つうか、あいつにそれ以上の価値あるかよ。
確かに。
And this led to him being hesitant to make new friends and made him very distrusting of new people. Now, Karuaki actually helped him with this a little bit by showing that just by being the popular guy doesn't make him, a bad person, or doesn't make him full of himself like he seemed to assume. Karuaki was actually a really good, kind, caring, and friendly person and did help him with this. However, Karuaki was a small part of this help. The main help was Shiina. In fact, Shiina didn't just help Fujimiya, Fujimiya also helped Shiina. You see, Shiina puts up a front. She's kind, outgoing, caring, gets along with everybody, gets perfect grades, is amazing at sports, and is generally just great at everything. However, this is not her true self. She can be a little bit mean and off-putting at times, but the reason why she puts up the front that she does is because of her parents. You see, she has felt unwanted since she was a child. She even had to go to graduation all by herself because neither of her parents would attend. She's done everything that she can to possibly impress her parents, but it's never enough. So she also tries to do everything she can to impress other people, but it isn't really her true self. Again, the one who helps her become who she really is and get over her past is Fujimiya. In fact, in episode 7, she talks about how she's always hated springtime because it reminds her of that time where she had to go to graduation alone. But now she's coming to like spring because she has Fujimiya at her side. Also in episode 12, Fujimiya brings up how Shiina has helped him move past his past bullying when he is confessing to her and asking her to be his girlfriend. He says that he wants to become someone who is worthy of being her boyfriend. Now, finally, I want to emphasize what I just mentioned. In episode 12, Fujimiya asks Shiina to be his girlfriend, and she says yes. I have seen so many romance anime, so many, where you never know what happens. You never know if they get together. So many romance anime out there leave you hanging. You are no closer to finding out if they're going to be together in the last episode than you were in the first. They leave you hanging, try and send you over to the manga or light novel or source material, whatever it is, or there's just no resolution whatsoever. There just never is, and they just keep you hanging for forever and never actually resolve anything. But in the end of episode 12, they get together. They actually get together, and I am so thankful and so happy for that because, my God, am I tired of seeing all these cliffhangers. But in conclusion, this is a very wholesome and very comforting romance anime. I've already gone back to this one 2 or 3 times and watched it all the way through because It's just wholesome, there's no drama, and it's comforting. I can watch this and just purely enjoy it without the stress of the unneeded drama that most romance anime bring. I am so glad that I watched this anime, and I hope that you will check it out and enjoy it too if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry for the, 2+ month, lack of videos that, that keeps happening. As much as I want to say I'm going to get better about it, we'll see. That's the best I can say, is that we'll see. I will try, and I will not make a single promise because I will probably break it. Either way, again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you whenever it is I post another video. See you next time.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you?
Why couldn't it be me? Why? Why? Why is this me? God, I hope this clip was worth it.